They knew from day one I didn't commit this crime. But they knew I was an easy mark, so why not give it to me?
4 decades prisoner. Tonight, a free man. Kevin Strickland is spending his first night in more than 43 years on the outside. More breaking news tonight. That ruling came late this morning from a Jackson County judge who recently heard new arguments in the case. I'm Christelle Bell.
And I'm John Holt. By mid-afternoon, the now 62-year-old Strickland was free of prison walls for the first time since he was 18. Fox 4's Tia Johnson was there as Strickland tasted freedom for the first time in more than 4 decades. Live tonight from the Correctional Center in Cameron. Tia, certainly an emotional day.
Yeah, John, Strickland was in disbelief and says he's trying to process the fact that he's now a free man. When I asked him what his next steps were, he said he hadn't even thought that far, but he wants to get involved in the justice system. Kevin Strickland left a Missouri prison different than when he walked in decades ago.
Well, I didn't have this, for starters. I didn't have all this.
43 years filled with emotion.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I think I've created some emotions that you all don't know about just yet.
All of them centered around his wrongful conviction from 1978.
They knew from day one I didn't commit this crime. But they knew I was an easy mark, so why not give it to me?
Strickland spent 43 years in prison for a triple murder he did not commit. His exoneration by a judge Tuesday made his imprisonment the longest known wrongful conviction in Missouri history, leaving Strickland angry with the justice system.
It needs to be torn down and redone. Just from the arresting officer to the presiding judge. I mean, it don't work. I mean, it worked here in the long run, but it took 43 years.
I think it does show just how incredibly difficult this process is. Even when the prosecutor is on your side, it took months and months for Mr. Strickland to come home.
Strickland thanks his attorneys and Jackson County prosecutor Gene Peters Baker for fighting for him. He says if it wasn't for them and the judge, he would still be behind bars.
Thank you for reviewing all the no evidence that was against me to begin with. I really appreciate him taking his time to listen and understand what really happened in 1978.
And Jackson County prosecutor Gene Peters Baker did not want to talk on camera, but says she wants to push the GoFundMe account created for Strickland because he will not be compensated for the 43 years. John.
Tia Johnson live in Cameron tonight. Tia, thanks. There will be no appeal of today's exoneration ruling. Attorney General Eric Schmidt's office opposed freeing Strickland, and its attorneys represented the state during the process. In a brief statement, Schmidt's spokesman says, quote, "In this case, we defended the rule of law and the decision that a jury of Mr. Strickland's peers made after hearing all of the facts in the case. The court has spoken. No further action will be taken in this matter," end quote.
Kansas City Congressman Emanuel Cleaver also issuing a statement calling it one of the longest wrongful convictions in U.S. history and adding, quote, "I welcome the exoneration and release of Kevin Strickland today, and I know the people of Kansas City do too," end quote. The Democrat went on to add while the 43 years can't be returned to Strickland, he's committed to working on criminal justice reform in Congress, though he did not outline it in detail.